But I've never heard you. Do you think you're a high value man?
No,
Phil?
I wouldn't say I'm a high value man. I just think I'm an in demand man. I'm 30.
Ooh, talk that shit, Phil.
Like, think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm an in demand man.
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 57.
Oh, wait, the way we're sitting, you're not on the camera.
Oh, am I not?
Yeah. Let's get over
Alright.
this way, bro.
Take two, but we still rolling. Welcome back to another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 57. Huh?
Heinz
Got
ketchup,
my
boy.
yes, sir. Got my Kanye ad libs going.
Yeah, number 57.
Who's a famous number 57, Phil? Was Bart Scott 57?
Yeah.
I don't know why he's the first one that came to mind. He's not that
Because,
famous.
Probably because he's the only one.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Yeah, because it's snippet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's it. Because I don't really know any other 57s.
yeah. But we gonna jump right in. Got Phil on the pod, got AJ on the pod, and I'm doing my due diligence this episode. I'm letting y'all know most likely next week there probably won't be an episode just because of the work events I got going on. Usually we record Friday night or like Saturday night, Saturday during the day, whatever. And during both of those, I will be busy. So maybe a miracle happens and we find time, but highly doubtful that we have an episode next week. And again, apologize there was no clip this week. After next week, I will be free again. It's just leading up to this event, it's been nonstop work. So again, apologize. But anyways, how y'all boys doing after this week?
Good, chilling.
I'm good, Brody. I can't complain. Life is, what do you call that? I'm in rhythm, so rhythm is good.
Must
You're
be
in a rhythm?
nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Must be fucking nice.
Yeah. Wake up, gym. Shower, work.
Yeah.
Work, gym. Or train. Have to train, shower, sleep. That's it. It's my days.
Bro, the last 2 months, no, actually really since I got back from winter break, I've just been stressed the fuck out. So, I mean, I know I kind of alluded to it last episode, but I didn't really tell y'all why. So, of course, wedding planning, that's just like the cherry on top. For me, it's not too stressful for Tatiana. It's not too stressful. I mean, the wedding planner keeps hitting her up and asking her questions, so that's kind of been stressing her out. But as far as making decisions, it's not too bad. It's not as bad as like people make it seem when they're like, "Oh, you're going through wedding planning. How's that going?" Like, it's not the end of the world. But then just work, bruh. So like trying to program for what I do with like intramurals and just having the sports that we have. But then on top of that, we have a huge annual event every year where it's like like Olympic events against all the residential areas on campus. So dealing with like housing, dealing with the students and just trying to prepare. And I'm if you haven't picked this up from the podcast yet, y'all boys know, but I'm super laid back. Like I'm just, hey, we'll figure it out. My boss is the complete opposite. It's like constantly coming in my office. Hey, Zach, we got to make sure we do this. Zach, we got to make sure we do that. While I'm also trying to do my actual work. I'm also the co-chair of another committee that like at work. So it's just been a lot. And then it's constant text, constant emails, constant calls from like my employees, from other people on campus. It's just like I feel like at work I can't catch my breath. So this week's been rough, and Tatiana been stressed out at work too. So like we haven't been fighting. I told y'all we did the couples counseling, and that's been good, but it's just two stressed people in the house all the time. It's a recipe for disaster, but luckily it hasn't been anything too crazy as of yet. Like I said, next week, hopefully we good and we pass all this. So
Sorry to hear that, bro. I can't relate.
I had her. Oh, and I started.
I
I feel like
gonna
a
play
little business because I started journaling. I
Oh,
never,
you a real bitch.
I never thought I would come to. So, like
Actually,
I said,
you're not a bitch because I journal, so that would make me
oh,
a
do
bitch.
you,
I used
bro?
Yeah,
How
I've
you?
like, what's
done
wrong
it
with
in- I've
journaling?
done it in the past.
I've never done it in my life. I never thought I'd see myself get to this point. But Tatiana,
You
like,
say, "Dear diary,
no. So
today is."
the first one was like, well, here we are. Like I felt like I was in a
Yeah.
movie,
he's
like
writing
like when it's just the fucking dialogue of the main
I wonder how
actor.
he got here.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it was. But nah, Tatiana and I, like, we haven't been fighting, but it's been like one constant issue that we've been having issues about. And I'm the type of person where if something's, I don't know how people keep shit to themselves. Like if something's bothering me, I have to get it off my mind right away. I don't know if y'all two are like that. I don't think
I'm
y'all are, knowing
straightforward.
y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. If
So
it's an issue, like, let's address it, get it over with. 'Cause
exactly.
I don't really feel like fighting with you. So
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I've been through that in my relationships in the past and current relationships.
And a lot of times for me, it backfires. Like I think I'm doing the right thing by expressing my feelings, expressing my thoughts, but it ends up backfiring. And then it got to a point where Tatiana's like, I think you need to get a journal because some of the stuff that is on your mind, I don't want to hear about. And that sounds like an asshole way, but I don't want to go too far in detail,
Yeah.
but it's just like, I
Well,
guess
is it
I
about the relationship or is it more so about you?
don't.
Because maybe that's why she recommended you journal. Because sometimes, like,
Yeah, I guess it's about me.
yeah, we use our significant other as punching bags. Like, oh,
And
babe, I
that's,
had
bro,
this
that's
long-ass
that's
day.
exactly what she said.
Like, I had this long ass day. Let me tell you about it. And I'm like, I'm not trying to hear that shit every day.
Yeah, so
So,
that's exactly what she
yeah.
said, which she was like, I don't want to be a punching bag. But in my head, I'm like, you're definitely not a punching bag. Like, I don't know why you feel that way. So it's interesting that you said that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you think you're not, but you put in your stress on somebody else. It's like,
Yeah.
it depends on your partner, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if Danny comes to me and tell me she had a rough day every single day or, like, for 2 weeks straight, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But I felt like if I told Danny that, after a while, she'd be like, well, what are you going to do? Because my thing is, if you tell me you're having a bad day, I'm like, well, what are you doing to solve
Yeah.
it? I'm not, like, a good person to talk to. Well, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm solution oriented, so I'm not
Mm-hmm.
I just don't listen with the intent of like not trying to help you. And you know how some people just want you to sit back and listen,
Yeah.
and just like not say nothing. They just want to get their shit off.
Yeah.
That's not me. So like I understand why she would tell you to journal, and I think that was actually a really good recommendation because if it's not nothing in your relationship, you don't always want to just complain to your significant other because it is
Yeah.
taxing, especially because they care about you. And sometimes, depending on what it is, they want to take on like your issues.
Yeah.
And if they already dealing with their own shit, that's more added pressure and they feel more obligated to like not let you down selfishly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I've only written in it twice so far. I bought it on Thursday, written it on Monday, written it on Tuesday, Wednesday.
You wrote in it. You wrote in it.
Yeah. Wrote in it. I don't know why I said fucking writ.
Some shit has to be like that. I know what you meant.
Yeah, your energy's rubbing off on me.
Hey, man.
But yeah, wrote in it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I shouldn't only write in it when I have bad days. I could write in it when I have good days. But so far, I've only felt the need to write on bad days. So I haven't wrote in it since fucking Tuesday. But I'll keep y'all posted on how the journaling experience goes.
Well, how did it make you feel?
Honestly, I mean, it was nice writing down my thoughts, but I don't know if I really felt any differently. I still got to get into the groove of it. It's only been 2 entries so far. But I mean, it was nice, like I said, getting my thoughts out. But for my overall getting shit off my chest, I still feel like I'm bottling shit in, if that makes sense. It didn't feel like I was relieved of this stress, I guess we'll say, if that makes sense.
Yep.
No, that makes sense. I journal, but not like how you journal.
Yeah.
I had like a what do you call the journal? Like a directed. It'll give me stuff to write about.
Yeah.
Like I didn't just go in there just writing my thoughts. It'd be like, oh, what do you think of this? And where do you see yourself in 5 years if you could change yourself? And so I would just do that. And then it's always interesting, like years later, because I still have it. I'll go back and read it. And I'm like, what were my goals 5 years ago? Am I on track with my goals?
And
or
honestly,
do I feel this way still?
That's kind of what I'm like most excited about, just to like in the future, like years from now, go back to January 31st, 2022 to see how I was thinking in my thought process and whatnot.
Yeah, that gets boring. Get like a self-directed or directed one, because those are fun to write about.
Yeah, but while we on the mental health tip, y'all good? Y'all boys both good mentally?
Yeah, mentally I'm straight. I think for me, physically is where I'm like, I'm not gonna say struggling. I'm just putting my body through a lot right now.
How's training going?
Training's been good. Still feel like I'm not in shape, or I'll be in shape for my tournament, like the shape that I want to be in.
Remind me the date.
It's February 19th.
Okay.
And so, but I am losing weight down. I'm 10 pounds from my goal. Like I'm floating around 164, goals 155. So I should be able to hit it in 2 weeks. I'm trying to drop 5 pounds a week pretty much. But yeah, it's just a lot of stress on my body with working out. I pretty much run 2 miles before my workouts. On days I don't lift, I do an hour of steady state cardio, which is walking for an hour, or I'll bike for 30 minutes, then walk for another 30 minutes. And then I pretty much train every day, either kickboxing or Muay Thai and MMA.
Got you.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's been like 5 to 6 days a week. And I'm in bed by like 10 o'clock. 10:30, I'm trying to be asleep by 10:30 and then waking up at 5.
Okay. Yeah. Not too bad. And
Yeah.
I seen you've been back at LA Fitness, so you're doing like actual weight training and whatnot.
Yeah, I've been weight training since I got back in the groove in November. So I've been weight training, but this one's a little bit different because it's more cardio focused.
Yeah.
So, and core. So I've been doing a lot more core. I've been in a sauna every day after my workouts for like 20 minutes with like hoodies on. I'm working on the hoodies now so I can sweat more.
Yeah.
So that's been like an adjustment. But yeah, and then eating clean, like clean. So that's been
Cutting
kinda
back on the
hard.
carbs.
Yeah, no pastas, no rice, no fried foods, no processed foods, only drinking waters, no sugars. Cut down my portion sizes by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, only grains I'm eating is pretty much beans and quinoa, eat vegetables and fruit and oatmeal. But I mean like a third of a cup of oatmeal.
Yeah.
Which is not, I was eating half a cup every day, so.
Well, glad it's going well. As always, looking forward to this fight. Cannot wait till February 19th. That's what you said, right?
Once I
February
get
19th.
down to my weight, I'm flexing because I dropped. I'll reach my year goal
Yeah.
at the end of this month. So I'm
And-
excited about that.
Remind me, you said you won't know the rest of the opponents fighting in the tournament until like,
So you get there,
okay.
because I mean registration's open
Yeah.
day of, so I probably won't even pay until the day of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. And you don't even know like how many people are potentially participating.
Nope, it's you win, you keep going.
Yeah.
So just try to win the first round and go for first match and go from there.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, so we can jump right into the topics. So first thing I have is the Georgia Police Department is encouraging snitching on an ex. So what they said is, do you have an ex Valentine and know they have outstanding warrants? And if you do have more information, let them know. But could you imagine just like minding your own business, enjoying your Valentine's Day, and then Valentine's Day, and all of a sudden get a knock on your door? Hey, it's the police. We have warrants out for your arrest, and it's because of your fucking bitter ass ex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? One, would the police department even think this is okay? And then two, as an ex, why would you want to snitch on an ex, even if they did you dirty? Like,
You're bitter.
is there anybody that has done you that dirty to where you would want to snitch on them to the police while having outstanding warrants?
Nah.
But you might be thinking differently if it had happened a couple days ago or
That's
something.
true. Yeah. So if it recently happened, then maybe I get it. Because if you have outstanding warrants and you get arrested, like, isn't there like a minimum?
No, it just depends on what your warrant's for.
Okay.
And if it's like parking traffic tickets, they might fine you or something. But
Yeah.
depending on
Oh,
what
I
it's
thought you
for.
would get arrested if you had warrants.
Yeah, you'll get booked.
Yeah.
But you won't actually do jail time. It like if it's something serious, then yeah. But if it's like, I had
You'll be held, so you will do some jail time.
You do like 2 days in like what do you call it, the station?
Yeah.
You ain't going to like counties for months. I had an outstanding warrant on my driver's license, and I went to.
Well, it depends on what the warrant is for.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like a non-violent crime, I think you'll be all right.
But do you think you would ever
No.
get to that level of bitterness?
No, I'm not a bitter person.
Low key?
I don't think I've ever dated a woman that would be that bitter.
Yeah.
Either. So I feel like if your ex did that to you, you just don't know how to pick them. Because I don't date bitter women.
Like, if you cheated on me, I don't think I would do it. But if you cheated on me, like,
Zach definitely calling the police.
with a friend or something like that.
You calling the police?
Like, if it was one of the pod members, bruh, I'm killing y'all niggas, and I'm fucking telling the police that y'all got warrants out for your arrest.
You the feds. Nah, I wouldn't even snitch. Like, if my girl cheat on me with the homie, I'm fucking him up. It's over.
Yeah.
And even if he committed a crime, at some point I loved him as my brother because that's the homie. So
yeah.
Like, it's just you.
So you'd be more mad at your girl than your homie?
No, I'd be more mad at my homie.
Okay.
Because I put more in that situation. If you my man's, like, that's bro code. So I put more responsibility on the dude.
Yeah.
Wait, well, hold on. Okay, yeah, just your girl, not your wife.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's my wife, my girl, it don't matter. Like, whatever kind of relationship. If you fuck,
Wait, so
like,
is
if you
bro
fuck
code over your wife, over your marriage?
What you
What
mean?
you're saying?
Like, if my wife fucked my best friend, who am I putting the blame on?
No, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's the question.
Once you become there, like because you are married, you become one. So that it just was weird to me.
Oh no, I'm saying bro code is you never fuck your main, like your man's main. That's
yeah, obviously.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's bro code.
Mm-hmm.
So even if that's my
I don't
wife,
have any issue with that. I'm just saying like you just saying like nah, it's more on one person than the other. You know, it's kind of like.
Well, what I'm saying, I would put more of the.
You'd be more upset at.
I'd be more upset at the. I'd be upset at both, but I'd be more upset at the dude because you my man's.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
because even if I broke up with her, like divorce, we're still straight.
Yeah, like
okay.
you my
yeah,
brother.
I feel the same way then.
Like you my man's. Like you got to know better than that. Like I don't know.
Oh, we're saying like super close friends, not just like people you.
Nah, if it's somebody I know, I'm thinking you're assuming that that's the squad, right?
Yeah. That's
like if you that's my man's.
Bad.
Yeah. So I would kill. I mean, you got to shoot me that fade. Gotta shoot me that fade, and it's gonna be on site for a while.
Yeah,
and we'll never be friends after that. And then I'm breaking up with Shorty because you trifling.
Yeah,
I know a girl that happened to similarly. No, actually, that's exactly what happened. But it was like, she's a girl, so it was girl and girl code kind of thing, and they both get their eyebrows done at the same place.
Oh dear.
On site.
Yeah.
Every time. It's going to be on site for a while.
But, like, yeah, and they still have similar friends or a few.
Yo.
Yeah. How
so it'll be on site. And it happened, like, 2 years ago. Still on site.
But how...
3 years.
And, I mean, obviously you're not in the situation, so you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But how long do you think you could keep that going?
The on-site?
Yeah.
Well, it goes back and forth.
Yeah,
like,
it kind of...
Think about it. If we catch a fade and I see you and I'm like, we finna catch a fade again, next time you see me, you already thinking,
yeah,
I'm about to catch a fade. And if you're not thinking that, you stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just on... Bro,
what if he whoops your ass the first time? Is it still on site?
Until you guys just get, like...
Until we make amends.
But what if you, like, severely whoops your ass the first time? It's still on site?
Bro, it's on site even more. What you talking about? Like, if you beat me, I gotta one up.
But I'm saying if you whoops your ass to the point where it's like, I know I can't beat this nigga.
Bro, what you mean they make weapons for?
Okay, that's kind of what I was leaning to. I want
and we could jump this nigga. What you talking about? Like, I'm going back to the homies. Like, that nigga beat my ass.
Yeah.
We gotta go kill this nigga. Like, what you mean?
Yeah.
You beat my ass like that, bro. Like, that. All right, next time I see you, I'm gonna keep the blicky on me or something. Yeah. Even though I think that's
beat a couple things.
Yeah.
But it's on site, bro.
All right, well, didn't want to start this episode off sexual like we've done the last few. But, Phil, it's one of your favorite movies.
Ooh,
yeah, I think it is your favorite movie, Baby Boy.
Oof.
I don't know if you saw the posts, but AJ Johnson, who played Juanita in Baby Boy, you know who I'm talking about?
Juanita, the mom?
And maybe it was the mom. AJ Johnson, that's her real name. Well, you could go through it. But she just turned 50 apparently. And again, y'all know I don't do my full research, but from the headline I saw for her 50th birthday.
Yeah, that's the mom.
Yeah.
Hey, she could have got it in Baby Boy.
Well, listen, because she could get apparently she could get it now, not from me, but from other young men. She had a threesome on her 50th birthday. Would you take part in said 50th
Single
birthday threesome? Yeah, single Phil.
I love older women.
that is very true.
You asking the wrong one. I mean, if she look anything like,
but
she
I'm
did
assuming
Baby
it's
Boy,
just the two guy.
Yeah, it was two guys, and people was kind of giving her shit. But I mean, hey, it's your birthday.
Why? That's I think that's
You
fucked
still
up.
do that, Phil?
But unfortunately, you know, women they're held to a different standard. So
Wow.
Why would you say that?
I'm sorry.
I didn't even catch what he said. Am I gonna have to cut something out the file?
Yeah.
What's the time?
It's
I mean,
okay, but still.
let me go ahead and write this down. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, women, they're held to a different standard. So of course, if let's say Idris Elba turned 50, he might be older than 50, but whatever.
he definitely.
And he was like, "Oh, I had a threesome for my 50th birthday." Nobody bats an eye. But of course, because a woman says she had a threesome with two men, the streets gonna kill her, and that's exactly what Twitter did.
Nah, I don't know why. I think, hey man, to each his own. Like, live your life. I don't judge nobody for having a threesome. Like, who am I to judge what you want to do in your bedroom? That's why I think people care too much. Like, stop caring what everybody do in their bedroom. Are they a good person?
Yeah.
Are they out here killing people or murdering people or storming the Capitol? Like, are they doing any of that stuff? Nah,
So I'm
they
glad-
just mind
I'm-
their business and they having consensual sex, which is the consensual.
Yeah.
No matter, it could be an 11-person gangbang, but if it's all consensual, hey man, to each his own. That's my
So
mind.
I'm glad you're so open-minded with your response right now. But you know, I always have to pose another hypothetical for you, because you always have interesting takes, and sometimes your viewpoints don't always add up. But what if your girl, Danny, right now, like the couple y'all are right now, and Danny just tomorrow tells you, "Hey Phil, I had an 11-person gangbang."
Oh my god.
How are you feeling?
I mean, I'd probably be disgusted for a second. Like, damn, that's kind of kinky.
And then
dirty.
then you say to each his own.
Nah, I'd be like, well, that's kind of kinky and dirty. But then I'd be like, well, I'm not finna leave you because I didn't been with you for 2 years. Like, and I'm just be like, so can we have a threesome?
What?
I try to make a positive out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you've been in a gangbang before. You shouldn't have a problem having a threesome.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask about the 2-person, but if you find with the 11-person, then I'm sure I know how you feel.
Again, like, you've done all of that before me. So I can't be like I can't get righteous now.
Yeah.
And we live together.
Yeah.
On top of that, I got bodies.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
I mean, but you didn't have an 11-person. You didn't get gangbanged by 11 women.
That would be
okay.
awesome.
I was so confused for a second
That would be awesome.
because before the conversation was like your girl cheating on each other with so I thought she cheated on Phil with 11 guys, and he's like, she had sex before, and I was like, huh?
No. It was like when you ever seen the Chappelle Show when they did
when you talk about
real
your
sex,
bodies
and
or
he was
whatever.
like, oh, you gang bang.
Oh,
and
yeah,
left her.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, yeah, I wouldn't care, bro.
Yeah.
You did whatever you did before me. I would just be more mad that you told me that I found out after we were together, as opposed to like I didn't ask her many times, like, yo, what's the wildest shit you did?
Yeah.
So you could just tell me up front.
So this is actually something they talked about on Rory and Mal. I forget how the topic even came up, but they were talking about how a girl, she might have been like on her deathbed or something, or knew she had a little bit of time to live, and asked her current boyfriend, hey, do you mind if I have sex with my ex-boyfriend from however many years ago before I die? How would you respond in that situation, bro? I'm spazzing the fuck out, honestly.
Deuces, fuck. Like, Hey, do what you dying. Do
Yeah.
what you do, but
Do what you do.
like I'm gonna be like, damn, shorty, like you thought about that nigga that much on your deathbed? You
Yeah,
wanna be with
bruh.
him over me?
Honestly, I'm dying before her. I'm killing myself right then and there.
Nah, I'm not. Nah, hell nah. I'm gonna let her do that, and then I'm gonna just let her die
Oh,
with
so
that
you
nigga.
you letting her? All right. Well, you a better
if
nigga than me.
Cause we not. I mean, we not married or nothing.
Yeah.
We dying. Like, ain't got no responsibility.
But I'm saying if y'all was married in this situation, y'all was married.
You dying, bro. Like you dying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go live my life anyways. That just matter of fact. Go ahead, do that because that's gonna push me to get over you sooner. And then when they be like, well, why'd your wife died 6 months ago and you're already out here yeah, you wanna know why? Because before my wife died, she wanted to have sex with her ex. So she decided, she made that bed and she died in it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you dying, do whatever you gonna do. You dead, so I ain't whatever.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way. And for my girl, and of course Tatiana and I, we've been together 8 years.
Damn,
strong.
y'all niggas been together that long?
Yeah, it's been 8
That shit
years. We both feel comfortable asking each other whatever, but there's no reason or way that I should make Tatiana feel that comfortable to ask, hey, Zach, before I die.
No, you should.
Wait, hold on.
That you definitely should.
Yeah, if we know each other, have you been together 8 years?
Yeah.
So we've known each other for more than 10 years then.
Yeah.
Me and you at least.
I think it's like 9 or 10, yeah.
Yeah. All right, yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
It's been
it's
10.
about
Well, it'll
9
be
to
10
10.
years this year for me. Because
Yeah.
I came in 2012.
Yeah.
Be our 10-year anniversary. But yeah, like she should be that comfortable because if y'all can talk about anything, then
Nah,
there-
bruh.
no, look,
she should
listen.
also know what my line in the sand is, like what my threshold is.
So would you rather her do it behind your back and die, or ask you to do it? Because if
I
she's
would-
dying, she gonna find a way to get that
I
off.
would rather neither, honestly.
But you gotta pick one.
And I know I should have to pick one, and you asking me both, but I can't even give an answer to that, bruh.
You would have, because the thing is, if you say you gonna be hurt if she asks you, and then you gonna say hell no, I ain't going,
Yeah.
and she dying, she gonna be like fuck it, I'm dying anyways.
Yeah.
So then she just gonna cheat on you. I'd rather you just tell me how you feel, and then I'll deal with like my feelings about it and my ego after you die, because it's gonna suck. But yeah, at least I'm gonna respect you more because on your deathbed you kept it a buck.
Yeah.
And I can live with that.
I
Respect you more. How are you
Yeah.
gonna know you're gonna respect them more?
Like because I respect any person more that's honest.
Right.
Like, I
so,
respect
but
anybody that's
up until
honest.
then, you probably thought she was being honest. So you would have respected her the same.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that you would find out like she
Yeah.
cheated on you.
But
If
also,
if you didn't find out, then you don't
but
care.
how are you gonna find? I don't get it. Cause she's telling you before she does it that she wants to have sex with her.
That
ex.
she wants to do it, right? And I'm saying Zach's saying that she wouldn't ask him that.
Yeah,
because
you're
she would
taking
know.
it, but the scenario you just took us through was way down in the future.
Well,
like,
I'm
if
assuming
she-
like if she asks me, she want to do it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be like, "You dying? Do whatever you do."
yeah.
So if I say no, I feel like because I tell a person no and they ask me they want to do something on their deathbed, at some point they're dying. They gonna say
Yeah.
fuck it and just do it because there's no repercussions.
I think also what makes this situation hard, it's not like we're just asking this about like any old girl or this like questions in a vacuum. Like Tatiana is on record constantly being like, you're the best sex, like you got the biggest this and that.
Ooh,
like
you out here swinging.
yeah, so it's like knowing all that and then you ask me that, like how am I supposed to believe everything you've told me before? Like clearly, and
Damn, your whole
Tatiana's
life is a lie.
yeah, exactly. I would feel like everything is a lie. And Tatiana always just says like, oh, sex is just sex. Like it's not any emotions to it. Like she kind of is like a guy in that type of situation. But if you're looking to have sex with another guy after you've told me all that stuff, clearly it has to have emotion attached. Like it can't just be physical. Because if I'm satisfying everything physically,
Nah, because what if that ex, y'all, they just had great sex too? You can't be the only good sex she's ever had.
Okay, but
Even if
why would you if everything she told me is the truth, and I know girls lie to guys all the time, but Tatiana is not the type just to lie to me to boost up my ego. So if I'm the best, why would you downgrade and hurt my feelings while you're on your deathbed just to satisfy one more need?
Just because you're the best don't mean you can't have good sex. Like,
that's true. That's absolutely true.
Yeah. So it could be a thing where it's just like y'all been together so long, she just want to try something new before she die.
Well, it wouldn't be something new.
But it'd be a rerun.
Yeah.
But it's like new because you would assume so much time has passed. Like if I fucking
it's probably like the best rerun. It's like you don't. Yeah. It's not new. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's new, and you knew you liked it.
You just going off the memories. Like, well, they were really good last time, so they might be still.
But
really
when
good.
niggas get their last meal when they're on death row, they're not asking for their second favorite meal. They're asking for their favorite meal.
True.
All their favorite stuff. So that would just hurt my ego.
Of course your ego would be bruised. I mean, I feel like most men's would. But again, it's like they dying anyways. Yeah. So if you dying, fam, like do whatever makes you happy because once you leave, I'm about to go live my life. And I'm not gonna be just strip love and die alone. I don't subscribe to that. When your partner dies, I'm all for finding someone else.
Getting some new cheeks.
Not even just getting some new cheeks, finding someone else. Like when my dad died, it was like we waited a couple years and I told my mom, I'm like, yo, I think you need to get out, like get back out here.
Yeah.
Like go test out the dating market, go like you getting older. There's no point of like just dwelling on dad. Like dad ain't coming back. So you want to be by yourself or you want to find somebody else to make you happy. Yeah. All you got I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but at the same time, just you're not finding a replacement. You're finding somebody new. Yeah. There's nobody that's going to treat you like he treats you. There's nobody that's going to be him. But there's still people out there that can make you happy if you allow them to. Yeah. So that's my mantra in life. Is like I'm not. If I died, look, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna wait, take him to my. No, go be with somebody else and be happy.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'd be hurt, and that's what I'm gonna leave it at.
Be hurt. Like, God, could you do this to me?
So I meant to bring this up last pod. Funny TikTok trend that was going around like a week ago was a lot of girls, they were acting like dudes who had podcasts because of course we had the Fresh and Fit. I
think I saw one of those and I thought it was trash.
So there were a bunch. If you just see one by itself, you're like, oh, but once you see them, like a bunch of them, they are pretty funny. But a part of me is kind of annoyed, like how these girls keep being like, all these men starting podcasts instead of getting therapy, this and that. I mean, and this is kind of cathartic and therapeutic.
We're sitting on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. We spending bonding time together, but it is pretty funny. But like I said, Fresh and Fit, I feel like was kind of the catalyst to have these women go through this TikTok trend. But of course, I don't think any of us. I know we get on you a lot, Phil, about being like the toxic one of the group. But you've talked about Fresh and Fit. You've talked about Kevin Samuels. Do you think we sound like them at all at times? Like overall? I
probably do.
You think so? Because you hate both Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, but everybody thinks I'm a womanizer. I'm chauvinistic and like this and that too. So
yeah,
they think you're a womanizer.
Yeah, they definitely think I'm a womanizer and I don't like women or some shit like that or whatever. Me and Luke was arguing about.
Yeah.
Just because I take very like strong opinions and I believe that I believe in gender roles.
Yeah.
Not saying like. You know what I'm saying? Not getting too specific, but I believe there's gender roles.
Have you ever... Because a lot of the common theme in all these girls' videos was high value man. Like, I'm a high value man. That's what they were referring to themselves as, acting like men. But I've never heard you... Do you think you're a high value man?
No, Phil? I wouldn't say I'm a high value man. I just think I'm an in-demand man. I'm 30.
Ooh, talk that shit, Phil.
Like, think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm an in-demand man.
For real, because think about it. Like, I don't have kids.
I take care of myself. I don't come with like a lot of baggage. Like, I'm Gucci. I got a pretty good career now. Like, I'm straight. So like, I feel like I'm and like when you think about
define baggage, and not to be like last week when I said define soup, but define baggage.
like I don't got BM issues.
Okay.
I don't need a woman to take care of me.
Don't have a child.
You do have an interesting past though.
Yeah, interesting past, but like that's not really.
But to some women, if they were getting to know you, there could be potentially a lot, like they think, oh, this is a red flag, that's a red flag.
Why? Because I didn't come from like a traditional family?
No, I'm just saying in general, bro. I'm not talking
mean,
about any specific things.
I'm saying like when I say baggage, I'm thinking like I'm not crazy, pretty logical thinker.
I think some people could see you as being crazy.
Oh my god.
I don't depend on another person to take care of me. I don't depend on another person to make me happy.
Well,
so like when I go into a relationship, I'm already happy. I'm already self-sufficient. I make my own money. I have my own career. I'm educated.
You're like an iRobot, like the vacuum.
I don't have kids.
All this by yourself.
Don't have ex issues. So like that's what I mean. Whereas like there's women out there, especially women in their 30s, that's trying to get married, trying to have kids. There's so many women out there that's single, and now they just selling for anything.
Yeah,
so
facts.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh yeah, I could easily like if I'm single, me and Danny, like I told Danny, if me and her broke up, I feel like I'd find another partner before she would.
You think so?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Power play.
Actually, I kind of believe that, but only because.
She's like, thank God I don't want to be around anyone. I've been around Phil this whole time.
Well, yeah, that's a big part of it. But I feel like you're extremely sociable. I feel like now at this point of in your life, you enjoy being in relationships. Where I feel like Danny being more like of an introvert.
But even just think of it
and
this
being
way,
with
right?
you could be a lot, bro. So I could see her wanting to take a break and whatnot.
It's not that. No, it's not a lot.
Bro,
you
a lot, bro.
I do my own shit, bro.
A lot.
Hey, whatever. But if me and my significant other are the same age, and a man's like, oh, I'm ready to have kids, I'm ready to slow down, blah blah blah. He's not about to try to date someone his age. He's gonna go for someone that's like a couple years younger, so he can get off more kids before her clock run out. Like I tell Danny all the time, we don't have a biological clock. Y'all do, which means that, if you
better get it right because you stuck with me.
If you trying to have a family, y'all have to do it by a certain point in time. We don't. I literally could be 50 and date 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and have kids still.
Yeah.
Like you can't. And because of that, we always gonna be in demand. If you single and got your shit together, bro, and ain't got kids, you be straight.
So
you'll always find women.
That is true. 2 seconds ago, I talked about you potentially having red flags, and ironically, last pod, y'all know that we posted on our story, said let us know if you have any topics that you want us to talk about. But one thing Yami, shout out our girl Yami, wanted us to talk about was red flags for men. And I can't remember if we've discussed this on an earlier pod, but are there any things that you think would be red flags if you were trying to get into it, if you were talking to a lady or whatever, trying to get into a new relationship?
I think like that girl, like red flags that girls are.
Yeah,
like
that a girl would have.
Okay.
So now dealing with Tati, of course I'm gonna deal with it because I love her and I wouldn't change anything about her. But I think moving forward, I don't know if I could deal with a girl that has such unbalanced mental health, and not to like poke fun at it or make light of it. But it is pretty heavy and a lot to deal with.
I think that's a red flag. I think mental issues is a red flag. Kids.
Her having kids is a red flag?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, no.
No, it's a red flag. It's still a red flag.
It's a red flag for me.
Just because it's like a red flag is like an alert. Like, hey, like, pay attention to this because something's attached to it, you know?
Yeah, because then I got to deal with your BM.
Right.
So for me, that's issues I really don't want. Generally, confrontational women. I'm big on that. Confrontation women are red flag to me. Like women that be like, all like kind of ratchet.
Yeah, the ones
like
that
loud.
don't like shut up and dribble.
Yeah, you sound like fresh and fit right now, bro.
Cause I'm not saying that.
Sounds
No,
like
I'm not.
sounds like the lady
No,
from C-
wait a minute.
from
I'm not,
Fox
I
News.
don't sound like fresh and
Shut
fit
up and
because
dribble,
I'm not putting a race
woman.
to them.
Yeah. Nah.
Shut up and dribble, woman.
I'm not putting a race to women because all like.
Yeah, it
all
could be.
women,
It could be. Yeah, it could be any race.
That goes across races. I'm just saying confrontational women.
Oh, fresh and fit. This sound racist?
Well,
Yeah,
they
that's
were
what-
they were
yeah,
colors
that's-
like oh, we don't date black women because black
They said
women
they
are
don't
ratchet.
night ride or
Like
whatever.
we don't. Yeah, we not midnight. Like I'm saying just confrontational women in general, and I'm equating ratchet to being loud.
Yeah, I didn't know what they
so
said.
not like
Yeah.
being from the hood or being from the ghetto because I'm from
Yeah.
the hood. So like, yeah, because them the type of women that like you would have to put your hands on them.
What?
Because they're still on you.
Right.
And I don't ever want.
That'll get you into trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I would never want a woman like.
But
put
you're
me in
also
that
not gonna
position.
let someone punk you.
Nah, well, I mean, I've been called a bitch to my face by a girl before.
Oh, I meant like push you around kind of.
Well, no, if she hit me, I'm gonna leave because I
Yeah.
said, I had women try to fight me in the past, and then I just look over to them I'm like, "Man, get this
Yeah,
bitch
but
out
you
my
know,
face."
a little something that you could just put them to sleep real fast,
I could, but
and then wake up
it's
later.
still a woman. You know how I feel about men.
They'll
that
wake
hit
up
women.
later and be like, I had a great sleep, and I'm not mad anymore.
So that's probably my biggest red flag is confrontation.
I think for me, my biggest one outside of the one that I said is probably like, as far as finances go.
If Danny comes like, I've just been getting some good sleep lately,
Yeah.
we know she's been arguing with Phil
Facts.
too much.
Facts. But girls that feel that like the man should be handling everything, like I think Danny's kind of the same way as Tatiana, where it's like we split things here and there. Of course, like I still want to kind of be the man in the relationship. It's not like everything is 50-50, but a lot of the girls now, especially when you go on social media and especially living in South Florida, it's like, oh no, he got to pay for dinner. He got to pay all the rent. He got to pay my car note. He got to pay for my nails. He got to pay for my hair. He got to pay for it. So like that's a huge one. And the way my fucking bank account's set up, hell no.
Well, that's like what my first red flag is. How many of those fake things you just named does she have on?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if she have too much makeup the first time,
Yeah.
most of the time, a first date, I'm doing something chill, not somewhere it has to be like crazy.
Yeah.
So if you got that much makeup on,
Yeah.
that's a red flag.
Oh, you know, it's another big one. Women that can't cook and clean, and I know that sounds sexist, but I can't make you my wife if you can't take care of a home.
Yeah.
Right, Phil
And
needs
I
something a
can-
little more than chicken nuggets.
Well, I can cook and clean. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like you do most of your own cooking, no?
yeah, I do. I cook and I clean, and I do.
I think he
I-
has to because
I-
he's vegan. Danny's not going.
Well, Danny cooks vegan, but she not cooking like she ain't cooking
Yeah.
all the time. But she'll cook meals for me, like really good pasta. But I usually do the dishes. But I would never date a woman that cooks and clean because my idea of when I get married and have a wife, how I want my
Is
house.
you're sitting like in a throne.
Well, no, how I want my house to be is like
In
for
your
me, it's I'm the protector, but my wife is the heart of the house.
Mm-hmm.
The
So if you-
caregiver.
Yeah, she's the nurturer because I'm not good at it. I don't have feelings and shit. Like I had to learn how to have feelings, but
Yeah.
like if you can't take care of a home, how are you gonna take care of a child? If you can't feed yourself, how are you gonna feed a child? Because I'm not
Mhm.
trying to raise like microwave babies. Like, it's just
No
terrible.
sugar
Which-
babies.
yeah, sugar babies and microwave babies, which is why obesity's so high. Like
Yeah.
I want to put the right foods in my kids, have them active, like learn how to make their bed, like have responsibility.
Yeah.
Like if you can't do that,
He's like, and I can't do that.
you can't do that, fam. I can't marry you. I'm sorry, because I
Yeah.
can do it. Like I clean, I cook, shit like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually really really high on my list.
Last one for me might be
And then the fakeness, like AJ said, would be
Yeah.
third.
Last one for me might be communication. Like communication is big for me. Even me being a quiet person, but like I need to be able to say what's on my mind and be open and honest with you, and vice versa. Like I don't want to you beating around the bush or you not expressing truly how you feel and then having like this kind of attitude or your body language shitty. Like use your fucking words.
That's not that high on mine because I feel like that can get worked on. You know what I'm saying?
It can
Like like
Yeah,
those one
it
of those
definitely
things where
can,
it can
yeah.
change over time. Where it's like, okay, I might still give her a shot just because like we can probably fix that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a deal breaker for me.
But at this
like,
big
the other
age,
3 would be deal breakers.
Yeah.
Like,
I was just saying red flags in general.
like red flags to me are deal breakers, right?
well, I would,
Nah, it was just something that
Yeah.
hey, I have to watch out for this.
Okay.
I mean, of course, a red flag.
Because you said
can
you were
be-
saying you might date someone who has a kid, but maybe not. It's just that there's a hurdle, an extra obstacle. Those are
Yeah.
red flags, really.
Like a red flag is usually like, oh, let me be aware of this. Like this is something that could potentially be an issue down the line.
Okay,
But
yeah, I
of
can
course,
see that then.
a red flag could also be a deal breaker.
Like when I think of red flags, I'm like, definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like if you notice red flags and you still do it, you stupid.
Yeah.
Because then you be like, man, I knew I shouldn't have did that shit. I should have paid attention to my intuition. I should have trusted my gut.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it's actually what happened to my little brother. He saw all the flags.
Yup.
Like, bro,
That's
you
facts.
Open up your goddamn eyes.
That's fact. Hey, but love will do that to you, bro.
That's all you got.
Love and a little extra strategy, probably.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta think with your brain and not with your heart.
Or your.
But that's tough, especially for a nigga like me, bro. That could be tough at times. But we'll move on. Movie series and movies. AJ, you said you got a new show that you watching.
Yeah, I wish the name of it.
Yeah, I screenshotted it just for you because it
I was
got the
yawning.
longest fucking title in
It's
the
the
world.
women in the window with the
The
something
woman in the
else.
house across the street from the girl in the window.
Apparently, yeah, Tatiana was telling us that it's a parody off of the movie of women, or not movie, book Women in a Window, something like that. So that kind of makes sense. It's serious, but also like has some funny parts to it. Kind of
Yeah.
like darkish humor, but like quirky in a little way. And like they'll like, you could tell they're overacting some parts, like their memories and stuff. They're overacting them, and it's kind
Yeah.
of funny, or it's kind of like nice how they do that. But it's it's really like good, and it holds a lot of it holds you in suspense, but there's a lot of tension. They're really good at controlling the tension and making different things.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend it. I'm not done with it yet, but probably soon. And it's like most episodes are like 23, 25 minutes.
Okay,
It's not long.
that's not bad at all. Of course, we had Euphoria, episode number 4, I think it was.
I think so.
Y'all watched it?
Mm-hmm.
What'd y'all think about this last episode?
Yo, Kyle pissed on the floor.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Told his
honestly,
family he's
That was
gay.
wild.
that
Told him it was their fault, and then
was
told him to deal with it. Yo,
fucking
that shit
He's
was
lit.
wild.
He's
He
kinda
said,
like
"I'm a
that.
man." Like,
I'm a man and I
No,
something.
folks say he the F word.
yeah, he called himself that. He said he's a man and he eats what he hunts or whatever the fuck he
Yeah.
said.
He said, "You know I'm fucked up. It's cause of y'all." It's like, damn,
Bro, but the
how you
thing,
blame your gayness on your kids?
like, hopefully they kind of show more of his backstory. Cause I mean, yeah, what's Buddy that Maddie and Cassie are fighting over? Whatever his
Nate.
name is. Yeah, Nate Jacobs or whatever. Like, yeah, he's kind of a dickhead throughout the show, but they don't really show like how this could possibly be leading Cal down the fucking path that he went. They also they've never shown the brother before, right? This is the first time I've ever seen the brother that I could recall.
Yeah, I think they probably showed him like once before, but
But it's real small.
when I saw him, I was like, he looks familiar, but like also this is the first time we're really seeing him do
Yeah.
like be a part of the scene.
They also look like they're like real life brothers.
Yeah.
Like they both look exactly alike.
Yeah.
He called them niggas out on all labels.
And then
He's
the
like, "I'm outta here."
mom, the mom, we didn't really see anything from her outside of like the flashback or the origin story that they had for Cal. So it's like, hopefully they show more so we could
Well,
see
yeah.
exactly
What did the
they
wife
did.
do?
She
Yeah,
probably knew he was gay the whole time.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
doing their own thing.
Yeah.
yeah, facts.
So that was probably the best part.
He was like,
That was
8
hilarious.
people coming on one face. And you have the nerve to look at me.
Yeah, I'm sitting there because he talking about seeing his son's porn, and I'm just
His
sitting there
porn
like,
history.
I couldn't imagine if my dad seen my search history.
Oh no.
But also there were like 2 super funny parts outside of that, and I need to start taking notes because once we're like a week later, I can't really remember exactly what happens, but the fucking bathtub scene, that was funny. When
I mean the hot tub scene.
or yeah,
I'm
the
sorry,
hot
Maddie,
tub.
I'm
When she
sorry,
threw, when she
When
threw
she
up.
threw up, yeah.
She was like, Maddie was
Yeah.
almost throwing up, dry heaving.
Yeah, she was like, fucking Maddie talking to Nate. Like, you saying you want me to move away? You want me to get married? Have my babies? And then fucking Cassie throws up everywhere. But there was another part, like in the fucking beginning of the episode. It'll hit me later.
When they were
but-
screaming at each other, like the fight, Cassie and Nate at the beginning. And then she was
Fucking
like
barely
being
remember.
extra dramatic just to get her to say that.
Yeah.
He loved her or whatever.
Yeah, but it's such a fucking great show, bro. Oh, and then yeah, when Cassie was like, "I'm fucking crazier" or whatever, bro. She sometimes I'm like, I don't know if she's that great of an actress, but then other times when her titties
You're
not
like-
out, I'm like, oh, maybe she is kind of a great actress.
I'm paying attention to her face now.
But nah, I love the show. I never wanted
I
to
think
end.
they're all good actors and actresses.
Oh yes,
Like
they're
they played a
all-
role exceptionally.
Not only that, they are casted very well too. They definitely look like high schoolers, and they look like they could be regular high schoolers. Not everyone is a super like cookie cutter model type looking person.
Yeah, like Nate looks like a prick.
Yeah, he really does.
That's in every high school across America.
There's a Maddie. I don't know if there's a Maddie in every high school, depending on how many Hispanic people you have. But there's a Cassie in one.
I had a good.
We had a
we definitely
lot
had
of
Maddies. Facts.
I guess minority rich areas are in
Big Maddies on deck.
Yeah, especially in South Florida, all the chongas, bro.
Especially early high school and middle
Maddies.
school.
Yeah, facts. That's probably why I got a
But
crush
they're-
on her. She reminded me of like
Right.
every girl I had a crush on back in
With
middle
their
school.
name and their hoop earrings.
Yeah, facts. Exactly. Their names in the hoop earrings and the gold chains
And the
with their names
Sharpie
on
lip
it.
liners.
Exactly, bro.
Oof, the Sharpie lip liners. I'm like, why y'all do that, folks?
Hey, but that shit look good to me.
Why y'all do that shit?
And
folks?
then their crispy
Yo,
ass hair.
imagine what middle school Zach thought looked good. Oh my gosh, he was probably running around attracted to everything.
Bro, I really was. And we wore uniforms too. So the girls would come in their little khaki shorts, but a lot of them would have them like super short or rolled up or whatever. And then the PE uniforms, all the girls would look cute to me.
That's
in their
hilarious
PE
because
uniforms.
talking about streaming, I started Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And one of the first episodes is the pants being stuck in a
Oh,
way where
yeah,
the
he
khakis
is
being stuck
like,
in
I
a
have
way
a
where it
boner.
looks like he has a boner.
Exactly.
Little Zach.
Bro, the
It's
amount of
cool.
times that's happened to me
Oh
where
yeah.
girls thought I did, and I was like, no, it's just the pants. It's just the pants.
That's
But
funny.
we can move on. Music. Y'all got anything for music? 2 Chainz drop. Y'all got anything outside of 2 Chainz?
Griselda just dropped a new song for Benny's for Conway the Machine's album. So
Okay.
I'm excited for that.
Who you think's the best rapper in the group? I don't think I've ever asked you this before.
I think so. It's a tough question because I think the best lyricist is Conway, but I think the best overall rapper is Benny.
Okay, that's what I
Because they
thought you'd
each
say.
bring like, and then Westside Gunn brings like the beats, the ad libs.
I always
just like
forget
the
who's the one
swag.
that talks out the side of their mouth. That's Conway?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
one that got shot in the back of the
Yeah.
head and neck,
Yeah.
and he got cerebral palsy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Because of him getting shot, or he had it prior to?
not cause of.
Oh, I didn't know you could develop cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy.
Cerebral
yeah,
palsy.
because like
That's a
it's
fucking
because he got
mouthful.
shot.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, I
said it in
thought.
the song.
Okay, I thought you were just born with it or not.
Nah. Well, he said in the song, so I'm assuming he got it from when he got shot.
Do you like the song though that they released?
Oh yeah, anytime all three of them on the track, bro, vibes.
What's it called?
It is called. It's on my phone. I only listened to it once on YouTube because it came out today. It's called John Woo Flick.
John Woo Flick.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
John Woo Flick, and then I went back and I was listening to Flower Boy this week.
By Tyler.
Yeah, it's not really a lot of new music out.
It's the last couple of weeks now. But
Did
like
we
I
ever
said,
touch on
I'm
that
a big
Teo
Snow
album?
fan now too.
on who? Oh, Teo,
That
no.
Teo album? That
But
Teo
real,
album's
hold
really
up.
good.
So as far as rap goes, because I know the last couple of years I've been like, oh yeah, I'm kind of off of rap, this and that. But I also realized part of the problem is Because you say you listen to a lot of new music when you're in your car and you just vibe out, especially when you come record the pod and whatnot, because you got time to waste and time to listen to music. Usually for me, a lot of times when I listen to new rap music, not R&B, but rap music, will be in the gym. And a lot of times it's not really gym music, because if it's not getting me hype, then I'm going to be like, yo, I don't want to fucking listen to this.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with the 2 Chainz album today. Like, either I didn't even finish it, but I think even if I would have listened to it outside the gym, like, I'm just kind of saying this, but I don't know if I would have enjoyed it as much. But because it didn't get me hype, I had no desire to finish it. And I was like, yo, this shit kind of just whatever to me.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
maybe I need
to.
to.
Last time I listened to a 2 Chainz album in full.
Really?
Well, I listened to his last one in full, actually.
I mean, is what you expect. Not as good though.
Chainz.
Yeah, it's not his best work, but it's what you expect, like I said. But not Teo. That's an artist that you put me on a couple of years ago. He's Colombian.
Shoot that. I think so.
Yeah.
No, I'm Americano Colombian. Yeah, Colombian.
Yeah, I think he's Colombian.
Because he says it. He's like, I'm Americano Colombian. I thought he was going to say Cuban, but he's Colombian.
And yeah, the first time I listened to it when you put me on, like maybe 4 years ago, I was like, yo, this dude is super fire. But he just dropped another album.
Soul.
That's what it's called, Soul?
S-O-L?
Okay, so like Sun.
Yeah.
And I fuck with it. I mean, he sings on this album. He's rapping a little more than he did on the last one, but he definitely fire.
I like it too. Yeah. A couple of them songs I already had, like Americano.
Oh, okay.
And it was another one towards the end, but I rock with it. Because it's like he has a particular sound and vibe that it's not duplicated a lot.
Yeah, facts.
And so anytime you got a sound that can't be duplicated, I'm a fan.
But a big part of that is because, one, he sings and raps in Spanish. And most of the time when you think of people like that, it's like Bad Bunny and other reggaeton artists. But this guy is not, because, again, he's also not like Puerto Rican, Dominican, anything like that. So it's not going to be reggaeton type music.
So it's like more of a Spanish style.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I like it, because it's like a cross between
All right, maybe I'll
like
listen to it then.
Californian music and like almost music from Spain.
Yeah.
Like like the guitars is very like, it makes you feel breezy.
Yeah, AJ, I would definitely recommend listening to, I don't know if it's his first album, but the album that Phil put me on. I think you would like that probably a little bit more, because he's not rapping as much. It's a little more singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I fuck with him.
I rock with Teo. Shout out to Deli, because Deli put me on.
Oh, did he? I thought you discovered him on your
Nah,
own.
Deli put me on. I think Deli put me on. I want to say Deli put me on.
All right, we can move on to sports. We got a couple of sports topics. So starting off, Brian Flores, all our boy. So AJ, a Dolphins fan. I'm a halfway Dolphins fan, and then Phil cheers for anybody black. So all of us
Like
fuck with
Wale
Brian.
said, root for anybody that's black.
Yeah, we all fuck with Brian Flores. But real quick context for those that don't know, coach of the Miami Dolphins got fired this year after having back-to-back winning seasons, and also did something that no other coach has done before after starting 1-8. And then
1-7.
Yeah, 1-7. Then ended up going like 9-8 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up getting fired, which was kind of mind blowing to a lot of people. And people were speculating, like, is there a rift between the owner or the GM? Who is Ross, the GM or the owner?
Ross is the owner.
Okay, so the owner and the coach. So people thought maybe there was speculation. People were saying Flores was hard to work with, was kind of a dickhead like Belichick. But then recently it came out that Flores is going to be suing the NFL. And then it also came out that Ross had offered an incentive of $100,000 for each loss that the Dolphins had. Also, there were some other things that came out.
That was in their first season, though. The first or second season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. But what y'all think about him suing the NFL? Do we think anything's going to come of it? Is it going to change anything?
Well, he's suing because Bill Belichick accidentally sent him a text congratulating for the Giants job, because it went.
Because Bill Dabble and
It's Brian DeBoe and Brian Flores.
Oh yeah, Brian.
So
yeah,
Bill Belichick sent the wrong text, and I think so. Yeah, it's interesting because it's a class action lawsuit, which means that they're inviting other coaches and other people to come in.
Yeah.
And I think they'll probably win that case because there's only one black coach in the NFL since the Rooney Rule. And then when they enacted the Rooney Rule, it was 4. So in 20 years,
no. Say what
they
you
put
just
in the
said?
Rooney Rule.
Yeah.
And then there was 4 black coaches when they put in the Rooney Rule.
Yeah.
To hire more black coaches. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And now there's 1. And the only reason
that's
there's
not
1
what-
is because
okay,
he's had
yeah,
15 winning seasons, so you can't fire him.
Yeah, Mike
If
Tomlin.
he would have had a losing season, he would have got fired, which is wild. Because he's arguably he's not arguably, he is the best black coach ever. He had 15 winning seasons.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to be excellent at your job to stay a black coach in the NFL.
But that's
then-
just in anything. They always say we got to try way harder than our white counterparts.
But yeah, and then Hugh Jackson also said that the owner offered him money to lose too.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see.
And then fired them for losing.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think they'll win this one though.
Yeah, something's definitely gonna come of it because there's clear evidence that they didn't do their due diligence when searching, at least for the Giants.
Yeah.
And then obviously the dude offered him the money while he was here, so Stephen
Yeah.
Ross is in trouble regardless too.
Yeah.
But I think that's what took him over the edge is that he knew Brian DeBoer had the job before his interview. So it's like,
Yeah.
if you already hired him, why am I gonna why do I need
Wasting my
like,
time.
So he went through the interview process knowing, he wasn't gonna get the job, and I think that's why he filed the lawsuit because it's like, yo, y'all you shitting on me. You're not
Yeah.
even giving me a fair chance. Like the point of the Rooney Rule is to give me a fair chance,
Right.
and he's accomplished. Like
Yeah, he back to back
winning
winning
coach.
seasons,
Yeah.
winning seasons with a team that hadn't had back to back winning seasons in like 15 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you get all these coaches that's never been a head coach and they getting hella jobs.
Right.
So, do y'all think, even if Brian Flores wins this lawsuit, does he get blackballed by the NFL? Does he get
course.
another coaching gig, head coaching gig
Maybe in college.
It depends, and
in
also
the NFL?
yeah, it also depends on what the stipulations of that agreement are.
Yeah.
I don't think he comes back.
Because I mean, he can work that into if they settle, be like, yeah, you have to make me a coach somewhere. I have to be a coach somewhere. At least like be given a chance, you know,
Yeah.
to make sure I'm not being blackballed out.
Kaepernick
Depends.
back yet?
Nope.
I don't think Flores gonna be back.
It's tough because
Is it? Cause
no. I'm just saying, like, people are still kind of making the like, there are people that genuinely think that Kaepernick could be a starting quarterback in the league. And I'm like, bro, he's been out of the league for so long.
He could be a backup in the league. He's
Of
not even a
course.
backup.
Yeah.
So my point is he in the league even as a backup? And
But
he went to a Super Bowl.
People are like, oh, he's better than whatever percentage of the. And I hate that I'm sounding like a fucking Republican all over again. But no, honestly, Kaepernick's been way too removed from the league. But Brian Flores should be a fucking head coach for over half of this league right now.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
you're suing me. Why would I hire you?
Exactly.
From an NFL owner's
Exactly.
perspective. You're suing me. I'm not gonna
You
hire
just
somebody to
sued
sue me.
You just sued your last employer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
I'm not hiring you after you sue me. What the fuck? No, I'm straight. You can take it to court
Yeah.
because they got the budget for it. So
Well, I really hope my dog gets a head coaching gig again because he deserves it.
go to college.
Yeah.
Go to college or go to the SWAC, where you see a lot of NFL black. Like you got Deion there, you got Hugh Jackson there. It'd be cool to see him in the SWAC too.
Yeah.
And then use all your NFL connects, start recruiting all the best talent, like slowly but surely.
Yeah.
But
I
the
like
thing
that.
is,
It's a
bro,
good
like
plan.
a lot of people want to stay in the NFL because recruiting is literally a year-round 24/7 thing, and a lot of coaches do not want to go to college just because of recruiting. Like, it's tough. Like, if recruiting wasn't a part of college football, you'd see a lot of coaches go back to college. But again,
Yeah, but imagine the talent you can get
yeah,
and
that's
the
true.
attention that you could bring to the SWAC and like HBCUs. If y'all really
It
preaching,
sucks for
like,
him though. He's got to go like
I mean,
from Miami to
somewhere in the South.
somewhere not in Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, if you because he said coaching is still his passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're that passionate for coaching and you suing the NFL because other black coaches aren't getting opportunities, go somewhere where they're gonna treat you like a king. Go somewhere where they're gonna appreciate you. Go somewhere where you can have real impact on black athletes.
I'm definitely on board. I was
community.
just thinking from pure comedy standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to move from Miami.
But that'd be dope though.
It would be dope. Yeah.
Think about it. If the SWAC had Deion Sanders plus they already got Hugh Jackson at Grambling, so Grambling about to be nice again probably in a few years, and then you get Brian Flores at any other school in the SWAC, bro, that's dope.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be able to pull a lot of recruits from a lot of different recruiting classes now, because now it's like, all right, you can go play here, or you can come play for me, and I coach in the NFL, and I can teach you everything you need all
to
the
be
skills
at that level.
to get to that level. Like,
well, hopefully that's the case, bro. Like,
that would be awesome.
I would like to see him be a head coach in the SWAC, and not because I could easily, if he decided to go to college football, Nick Saban being like, "Hey, come be my defensive coordinator."
Shit, you should be able to get a head coaching job.
Oh, for sure. But at
but
the
it's
same
stupid
time,
money.
do you know how many times people could be a head coach, but because Nick Saban gives them the call and they end up joining?
But you know, Nick Saban and Bill Belichick, homies. And
Yeah,
so Bill
and
Belichick
that's the other
taking the
thing.
heat.
Yeah.
Low key, Bill Belichick probably did that on purpose.
You think?
I wouldn't be
Maybe.
surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. But like,
Cause you gotta think, Flores is under the Bill Belichick tree,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't be surprised if he made it look like an accident.
I mean, there are a lot of people that joke and say, "Oh, he did this because the Giants are the only team to beat him," or this and that. So,
yeah.
yeah. All right, last thing we'll talk about Super Bowl predictions. So, will y'all agree that this has been the most exciting playoffs?
Probably. Yeah.
Yup,
Got to be.
I will agree.
And it's not even like it's only been blowouts. Like, it's been good defensive plays and good offensive plays.
No,
It's the kind of
have we
football you
really
wanna
even
see.
had any
No,
blowouts?
most of the games
Everything's
came off
been-
like one
yeah,
possession.
everything-
No, that's what I'm saying. So good.
Yeah, most of the stuff, everything's really come down to the wire.
Yeah,
But-
most all games except for like the first round. Like, once you
honestly,
got
I
to
feel like that was
once-
so long ago. I
Once you
can't
got to the
remember.
divisional round, it was
Yeah.
up.
What? Yeah, it was last weekend. So it was after we recorded. So yeah, Bucks, Rams. Unfortunately, my Bucks lost to the Rams, and Tom Brady, the GOAT, retired officially from the NFL. And then we had Bengals, Chiefs, and that game was a snooze fest for a little bit in the first half. Oh yeah, we were all at Ale House watching that with Brandon. But it ended up being a great game, and Bengals ended up pulling it out, which I don't think anybody expected for the fucking Bengals to make it this far. I think it's hard for all of us to focus right now because we got fucking KKK on the on the TV right now, so we just got but even me, like, I'm trying to get my thoughts out as I'm watching crosses burn and fucking white men in hoods
From the 1920s.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on ESPN.
I think this is a Notre Dame documentary. But anyways, Bengals, they in the Super Bowl. The Cincinnati Bearcats, they made it to the college football playoffs. Cincinnati Bengals broke the 25 or 30 something year, whatever the fuck it was, year curse of not making it to the playoffs, and now they're in the Super Bowl.
In that
And
same year.
I hope they can pull it out. Joe Burrow.
Make your prediction. You talking about hopes? Who you got winning?
I mean, I got the Rams.
Then
I
stop
hope.
hoping.
No, but I hope it's the Bengals.
You hedging your bets.
How's he hedging his
I'm,
bets?
I'm not.
Bengals
Listen,
ain't like,
listen. I'm not betting any actual money, so it doesn't hurt me to say the Bengals. So I'm betting the Bengals.
I think the Bengals gonna win. I'm
Yeah.
taking the Bengals.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals.
Okay, it's lit.
I would be so. I think the Rams, but I would be so excited if the Bengals win.
Yeah.
I'd be hyped.
Rams,
Joe
it's
Burrow.
a home game for the
got.
Rams.
It is.
It's in LA. They got
And
the
we got
best
the
pass
crazy
rush.
halftime show.
Bro, it's gonna be like Matthew Stafford versus Joe Burrow, and then
But Matthew Stafford's like
Jamar Chase and
Cooper Cup.
And OBJ.
and OBJ.
Cooper Cup.
Well, there are two LSU.
Yeah, but I'm saying and OBJ.
Right, because they're friends and they're LSU products. So
I'm thinking like 1 versus 1, Chase
Yeah.
versus Cup, and then 2 versus 2, which would be Higgins versus OBJ. Would it be
OBJ.
Higgins?
well, they use but the thing is they use Chase the same way they use OBJ, and they use Higgins in a similar way they use Cooper Cup.
But Cooper Cup's better than OBJ.
Why am I blanking on the fucking
Who's the third?
receiver?
Van Jefferson,
Van Jefferson.
No, for the
Taj
Bengals.
Boyd.
Taj Boyd, yes.
Yeah.
Taj Boyd, yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's not. Is it Taj Boyd? Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
Taj Boyd was the quarterback.
Yeah, Tyler.
Smart
Boyd.
money would tell you to
Tyler
take
Boyd.
the Rams, but I've been losing all year, so I might my whole playoff prediction's been trash. So I might as well just go with the Bengals just cause.
Yeah. But no, it'll be super exciting to see. I think it will be an extremely exciting Super Bowl.
I just don't trust Matt Stafford.
Really?
No, because they should have lost the game. They should have lost the game last game.
Either way, though, like, look, the Bengals quarterback versus the Lions quarterback are in the Super Bowl playing each other.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't, like, Matthew Stafford's drought is similar to the Bengals' drought, basically.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
He's carrying the weight of being in Detroit all that time and people having questions about him and so on. The first time he leaves his team, he's in the Super Bowl. Same thing. I mean, OBJ joined the team late, but like,
True.
I'm just saying, there's some good storylines on both.
It is a good storyline.
Both will be lit.
But Matthew Stafford also in the last half of the season led the league in fourth quarter interceptions.
Yeah.
And they should have lost the game last game because
Right.
he threw a terrible pass.
You hear all that? That's just making the story even bigger.
But that's my point. Like, Matthew Stafford's going to find a way to fuck up, and I think the Bengals' defense is good enough to capitalize on it because their defense is underrated and low-key really good.
Yeah. I think their defense was top 10 this year.
And so, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Burrow, the young bull.
I got to see a Burrow cigar video. Him.
Oh my gosh! If Joe Burrow wins, that'll be the best thing he's ever done for his career. He'll start making more money than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
If Burrow wins, he's gonna and like endorsements and stuff, like outside of football money.
I don't know.
Yes, bro.
More than Patrick Mahomes?
Bro, he has the entire SEC behind him.
Yes.
And
Ohio State still cheers for him too, so he got a little bit of Big Ten.
I know, like, Cincinnati's not the biggest, but like the impact and like he's like almost a social superstar also, just based on these videos.
He's a hometown kid too, so like just the state of Ohio all backing him.
And more people can probably relate to Joe Burrow than, I don't know, the Los Angeles Rams. You know, more people in the country. I think he's going to be a big NFL guy. That's the kind of person they want to make the face of the NFL.
When you say bigger than Mahomes, like even
who do you think? Look, who do you think the NFL wants to make their face? Mahomes or Burrow?
Down the line, not right now. He's saying.
Yeah, and if Burrow wins the Super Bowl, right? Imagine the magnitude of Burrow winning this. Like, he won. Like, you're gonna have all of college football fans watching him because he won the Heisman there. And he won the championship in that same year, and he broke a bunch of records. Yeah. Then 2 years later, like first year he gets hurt, his first full year he's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
like,
but Mahomes on the Super Bowl in his second year too, and he's been to the AFC Championship
and Joe Burrow
game.
is white and from Ohio.
But Mahomes is fair skin.
70%. Okay, but still,
he gets now,
yeah.
So.
But if they had a full blown white dude.
But
70% of America sees themselves. He looks like Macaulay Culkin.
But Joe Burrow doesn't eat his mac and cheese with ketchup.
Mahomes still got better arm talent, like.
Yes, he's a better player, but I'm saying who is going to make the money outside of the NFL?
Well, Mahomes already been getting endorsement.
Yeah, he does, but I'm sure Burrow's going to get them.
He's
going to get it, more.
But I don't know if they prepare.
Burrow's going to get some that Mahomes can't or won't.
Maybe, but I don't think he gets propelled over Mahomes because he wins the Super Bowl, because Mahomes did that his second year and he went to 4 AFC championships.
He also beat Mahomes on the way.
True, but it's still too early because Mahomes went to 4 AFC championship games.
Bro, you know how much money
years.
Baker Mayfield probably makes the same amount of money as Patrick Mahomes outside of football. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about endorsement deals and sponsorships and that kind of stuff. Not that he's going to be the best quarterback in the league. I'm not saying that.
But you said the face of the NFL. I don't think he'll be over Mahomes just yet.
Bro, he's almost it already this playoffs.
No, he's not. I don't think so.
Oh my god.
I don't think so.
You haven't been paying attention.
I have.
We'll see once.
We'll see what happens. But if it happens, yeah.
If the Bengals win, we'll see what happens.
Even if it doesn't, his price went up a lot.
Yeah, but again, Mahomes' price is already up. So like we got to see. I don't know, because Mahomes ain't going nowhere no time soon. So.
No, not at all.
Like, he's not going nowhere. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, from a marketing, dollars and that kind of stuff, and endorsements and stuff, most of these American brands especially if he wins the Super Bowl, are going to be jumping all over that.
Yeah, I'm not denying that, but to say that it'll be bigger than Mahomes, I'm not ready to say that just
It's
yet.
not a stretch.
All right, let's predict some scores. And now that I'm doing this, I can't say Bengals because I got to give y'all an actual score.
28-24 Bengals.
28-24 Bengals. AJ?
Jeez. 33-31 Rams.
33-31. I'm trying to do math in my head. So I'm going to say 30. I'm going to say 30-20 Rams. Do we know? We don't know what the line is, do we?
Mm-mm.
None of us here gamble,
They
so we
won't
don't know what the
know.
line.
They probably will release it closer.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm saying 30-20. We'll see. But y'all got anything else for the pod? Anything sports related? Anything in general?
I think that's it. What you got?
Nah, man, I don't got none.
All right, man. What'd you call yourself, Phil? An in-demand man?
An in-demand man.
My
It's
dog,
true.
in demand. All right, it's been another episode of Save It for the Pod, episode number 57. Phil, hit the drop. Peace. Love y'all.